Sister wives Kody didn't know he was in terrible relationships with Christine, Janelle and Meri. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my shocking news channel. Sister Wives star Kody Brown looked back on his marriages to exes Christine Brown, Janelle Brown and Meri Brown, admitting that the relationships were only good for sex. I was in terrible relationships but wasn't willing to discard them, didn't want to discard them. Kody, 55, said in a confessional during the Sunday, October 20th, episode of the TLC series. I didn't even know I was in terrible relationships. He then said that people in bad relationships don't often know at the time. You just think you're in a normal relationship because all your friends have the same problem until you're in a normal relationship that has deep emotional intimacy instead of the butting heads, Kody continued, seemingly referring to his last remaining marriage to wife Robyn Brown. Some people call it F and F. And the second word is fight. Or F and F and the first word is fight, the patriarch continued while reflecting on his sex lives with his former wives. That doesn't create intimacy, that just creates orgasms. Despite admitting that his marriages with Christine, 52, Janelle, 55, and Meri, 53, were all unhealthy, he said that his marriage with Meri was on the rocks ever since they tied the knot in 1990. And how would I know that? Kody continued about his first marriage. Because I had such a better relationship with Janelle, with Christine, with Robyn, and Janelle and Christine didn't survive. The father of 18 added that he should have gotten out of the relationship 25 years ago, instead of remaining with Meri for over 30 years. Christine was the first of Kody's wives to leave him in November 2021, while Janelle followed suit in December 2022. Meri and Kody also sparked split rumors in December 2022, though didn't confirm their decision to separate until January 2023. In recent episodes, fans watched Meri ask the church to be released from her marriage to Kody. After the request was granted during the October 13th episode, Meri explained why she wanted to move forward with the process. It's basically the equivalent of a divorce, Meri explained. It was a very hard conversation. This is not what I wanted to do. This is not what I intended when I married Kody. She then noted that the spiritual ceiling of their relationship was still intact after she and Kody legally divorced in 2014 so that he could marry Robyn, 45. When we marry, it is for eternity, the reality star continued. That's the intention. After noting that she took her vows seriously, Meri explained that being released from the church meant that she and Kody were no longer kept together for eternity. She continued, "We are no longer married in any way, shape or form." Meri added that she was granted the release on the grounds of abandonment, and she acknowledged that Kody wouldn't approve of the reasoning. Kody later reflected on the reasoning during the October 20th episode. They said they'd give Meri a release, a divorce on account of abandonment, and I just don't believe that that's true at all. She was never abandoned, he insisted. Sister Wives star Kody Brown gave some insight into why he didn't want to discard any of his wives. You don't get to be in plural marriage with leadership. Leadership will never allow you to marry again, if you're discarding wives. I was in terrible relationships but wasn't willing to discard them. I didn't want to discard them, Kody, 55, said in a preview for the October 20th episode of Sister Wives Season 19. The dad of 18 continued, "Didn't even know I was in terrible relationships. You don't know you're in a bad relationship. You just think you're in a normal relationship because all of your friends have the same problem, until you're in a normal relationship that has deep emotional intimacy, and you don't have the F and F. The second word is fight. Or F and F, and the first word is fight. That doesn't create intimacy, that just creates orgasms." The conversation about what the leadership in his religion allows regarding plural marriage came about as he discussed the end of his relationship with Meri Brown. "I wish you would have made your choice sooner," Kody told Meri, 53, referencing her decision to leave their marriage. "My choice was always to stay. Had I wanted to leave sooner, I would have left sooner," Meri explained. However, Kody wasn't through as he continued to throw jabs at Meri, you know what really sucks? It's not divorce that sucks. It's marrying the wrong person because you don't know. Meri was visibly taken aback at Kody's harsh words and replied, wow, okay, because you married me at 6 months, you married the wrong person and you just didn't know. Kody then insisted that wasn't what he meant and added, all I know is that you and I have different timestamps on when we weren't happy anymore. Later, Meri let her true feelings fly during a solo interview with the producers. What sucks is marrying the wrong person and not having the decency to tell her until 32 years later, the mom of one retorted. Tensions between Meri and Kody have been strained for years, but Kody was shocked to learn in the September 22 episode of Sister Wives that Meri had gone to the church to request a spiritual release from her marriage to him. When each of us 4 ladies married Kody, it was through our church. Obviously, we all can't be legally married, but it was what we called a covenant, Meri said during a confessional. So, I feel like it's best to terminate that because we're not moving forward with any marriage, and I don't want to be sealed to him for eternity if he doesn't want me. You know, I'm at a place like, let's just separate this completely. She added that Kody was kind of resistant to the idea of going to the church leaders because he didn't want to acknowledge the authority of the church leaders. About 8 weeks ago, Meri told me she was going to go to Utah to meet with our church leaders, and basically request a divorce. It's called a release in our church, Kody told the cameras. The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what. So, however we're made accountable to God, I don't want to be held accountable to the church and all their BS. So, I'm going to let Meri go and do her thing because if I'm angry at her, it becomes a fight and I need her just to go away because it took forever for her to finally realize it's been done and over for years. Sister Wives star Robyn Brown revealed her latest strategy for burying the past, but instead, some viewers of this TLC series see it as an excuse that allows her to cover her tracks. Robyn's 2 youngest kids were not old enough to have a boatload of family memories like her oldest kids were privy to. Her children fathered by Kody Brown were still young when this famous polygamous family imploded. So, her 3 oldest kids remember what life was like as part of a brood of 18 kids. But her 2 youngest, Ariella Brown and Solomon Brown, do not. Robyn recently shared with the show's camera how she handles this. Sister Wives. Robyn Brown at odds. Robyn Brown talks about her new monogamous life as if it were a ship going down. By now, we've all seen her now famous emotional Sister Wives scene. The one where she has a meltdown about her broken dream of sitting on the front porch in old age. She can still sit on the front porch years from now. But her sobs were for her missing Sister Wives ladies who won't be there with her. That dream had them all lined in rocking chairs as they watched their grandchildren play. But now she only has a solo act on that porch to look forward to. She also says Kody Brown is miserable, and they are struggling. Kody also said that he and Robyn are not in a good place, but then he shows up in a clip displaying the opposite. He talks about the joys of having just his one small family today as they play a family game around the coffee table. So, Kody's take is a bit confusing, but Robyn seems to stay on the same page. She would rather be in a polygamous family. Robyn helps form the kids' perception. Robyn Brown already made it clear that her 3 oldest kids never felt welcome into the family, despite Kody Brown adopting them. Now that the family split off into separate families, Robyn faces problems with her youngest 2 kids. Ariella Brown and Solomon Brown are Kody's biological offspring. But they don't have much a relationship with their Sister Wives half-siblings, except for Robyn's 3 oldest children. Robyn says this presents a dilemma for her. She is not sure if she should keep the memory of the other Sister Wives' kids fresh in their minds. Robyn worries if she talks about them or Ariella and Solomon see pictures of them, then heartbreaking questions emerge. Questions like, why don't they come and see me? Sister Wives. Insight via refrigerator problems. When Janelle Brown had a turn to talk into the Sister Wives cameras, she described how uneasy her kids were at Robyn's house. She said from the beginning, there was a separateness. Before the 4th wife came into the family, all the kids felt at home at the 3 original mothers' homes. But that didn't seem to be the case with Robyn. Opening the refrigerator at her home was followed by a scolding from the fourth wife. So, it sounds as if visiting her house might be uncomfortable. Christine Brown said her kids would go to Robyn Brown's house and see their father as a couple with Robyn. But it bothered them because they didn't see this at home with their mom. So, while Robyn waits for the other sister wives' kids to reach out, fans suggest she might want to take the initiative if she wants her kids to have a relationship with their siblings. Still, some think her thoughts on distancing her kids by cutting off any reference to them might be Robyn justifying this for her conscience. So, Robyn Brown might keep the kids in the dark about their half-siblings. But fans of the TLC series suggest it sounds more like an excuse for keeping them at a distance and closer to her. Sister Wives stars Robyn Brown and Kody Brown forgot a few things when a scene in real time seemed to find its way into the new season of the TLC series. It is as if Robyn and Kody's family went through a time warp and back again. The show slipped newer scenes into an episode filmed almost 2 years ago. Fans became furious when it seemed obvious they tried to fool the viewers. But one thing they couldn't hide was the growth spurts of 2 kids, and that was the dead giveaway. The scenes in question have Robyn Brown and Kody Brown looking extremely uneasy in Sunday night's Sister Wives episode. Appalled viewers hopped online after watching the now monogamous couple in what fans describe as a staged game night. The couple attempted to show they lived a normal family life after their polygamous marriage imploded. So, Kody, Robyn, Ariella Brown, Solomon Brown, Brianna Brown, and Aurora Brown hunkered down for a family game night. But after the Sister Wives fans got through critiquing what they watched, it seemed the game night was anything but normal. Viewers plucked every last feather off what they see as a sad attempt to feather a happy nest on camera for Kody, Robyn, and Robyn's kids. Robyn and Kody did not show the emotions one might expect to see during their night of family fun. Robyn in particular looked very uneasy. She kept looking over at the camera, more so than keeping her eyes on the fun at hand. But that's nothing when you look at the telltale signs that these scenes were recently filmed and then popped into this season. Family game night, not happening for Robyn and Kody. The Jenga game that the family chose to play seemed like a new concept to all of them. Fans assumed they just picked up the game earlier in the day for this filmed event. Jenga is an intricate game of balance. The way they played the wooden blocks stunned fans. Kody placed the blocks on a book on the floor, and underneath that was carpeting. Even novice Jenga players know it is a table game. So, this alone prompted fans to ask how much reality was in these scenes. Many Sister Wives fans offered their comments about this not being game night. Instead, it was more like game afternoon. Despite the efforts to block out the sunlight with what looked like a sheet over the window, the sun still came shining through, so their family time wasn't taking place at night. Perhaps the biggest clue that these Sister Wives game night scenes were staged comes with the people themselves. Although there were plenty of other hints that they staged the day, time, and even the year. One huge clue for fans was the clock on the wall that pointed to 4. So, with the sheet exposing the sunshine, it likely means this is 4 in the afternoon. This makes it an hour or so before dinner. So, they have game night and eat caramel apples instead of dinner. Once they finished up with Jenga, they moved to a card game. As you can see in the screenshot below, the clock now reads 4:45, so they've been at it for at least 45 minutes. Next week's preview shows Ariella and Solomon a couple of years younger than they were for game night. So, Sunday night's episode brought us Robyn Brown acting very mechanically. Then, while the scenes played out, Kody Brown seemed tongue-tied when trying to make conversation. Then add the odd snacks, the sun blocked out with a sheet, and playing a table game on the floor, all seemed odd. But the sudden aging of the kids seemed to blow their cover of a staged, normal, family night for Robyn Brown and Kody Brown on their TLC series. Thanks for watching this video. What do you think about this video? Told on comment box and subscribe our channel.